Welcome to our third installment of our Tears of Valour weekly newsreel. Since the first wave of prisoners of war who came to the United States had been captured by British forces in North Africa, this week's newsreel will look at the North African campaign. The battle for North Africa was ultimately a struggle for control of the Suez Canal and access to oil from the Middle East. Britain, the first major nation with a completely mechanized army, was especially dependent on Middle Eastern oil. The struggle for control of North Africa began in October of 1935 when Italy invaded Ethiopia from its colony Italian Somaliland. Italy's imperialistic ambition convinced Egypt to grant Britain permission to station a significant military force on Egyptian territory. Fighting in North Africa started when Italy declared war on Britain on June 10, 1940. 4 days later, British forces crossed the border from Egypt into Libya and captured the Italian Fort Capuzzo. A series of counter-offensives led to the inclusion of the German Afrika Korps, under the command of General Erwin Rommel, in January of 1941 to support Italian forces. This was in order to prevent a complete Axis defeat. Over the next 2.5 years, a seesaw series of battles in Libya, Egypt, Algeria, Tunisia and Morocco followed, which would ultimately result in the surrender of Axis troops on May 13, 1943. That surrender yielded over 275,000 prisoners of war. The North African campaign resulted in over 120,000 British, French, American, Italian and German soldiers being killed, wounded or missing. This critical Allied success in North Africa was made possible, in large part, through information provided by British ultra code breakers at Bletchley Park, who had cracked the German Enigma code. And finally, the Allied victory in North Africa made the Italian campaign possible, which resulted in the downfall of the fascist government in Italy. Next week we will meet Nobile Capa, a young Italian soldier who fought in North Africa and who became a prisoner of war at Fort Knox, Kentucky. His story is shared with us by his son Jim, who lives in Niagara Falls, Ontario. This week we would like to thank several contributors: Julie Herber, Vanessa Strickland, Daniel Weiland, and the Janes family, Tad Janes, his wife Jenny Fouché, and their daughter Lena. Thank you all very much. We would also like to thank Tina Lee, who has offered to put us in contact with people here in our community who own World War II period cars, who are World War II history buffs. Those kind of contributions are very helpful. They really make it possible for us to add a great deal of production value to our film. If you are interested in working with us and letting us use your vehicles or letting us film on your location, please contact us at tearsofvalor1@gmail.com or simply use the contact function on our website, which is urbanelegends.net. And if you would like to make a financial contribution, again, the easiest way to access our Indiegogo site is through the homepage of our company website, which again is www.urbanelegends.net. There's a button, you just click on that and it will take you right there. Thank you again, thank you for watching today, and until next week.